We live in an increasingly automated world, but some things still require tedious manual work. Save time automating your shipping and returns in the ShipStation dashboard whilst keeping costs down with the industry-leading discounts. Spend more time growing your business when you automate shipping with ShipStation. Go to ShipStation.com and use the code JIM today and sign up for your free 60-day trial. That's ShipStation.com, code JIM. Bob Denver, Austin Butler, Dubai Jones. Which one isn't real? I'm having a go here.
Were you doing people named after cities?
Yeah, and then I lost me way.
Wait,
and I didn't even go John Denver. I went Bob Denver, the star of Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, I was confused right out of the gate.
Who talks about Bob Denver?
When you said Bob Denver, I thought you were going to say John Denver.
Yeah,
Isn't
me
that
too.
awesome?
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out the relation.
No, I know.
But Dubai Jones was that guy who had the documentary.
If we ever do an episode on John Denver, I'm going to smash the shit out of it.
Are you?
I'm throwing a gauntlet out. I know everything about the Beatles. Have we done them?
No.
Nah,
The Beatles, I'll do well. I'll do well on John Denver, and I think I did all
It's not good when you do well. When we did Star Wars, I had to write questions that were hard.
They were very hard.
Yeah.
Those were hard,
They
yeah.
were very hard.
Yeah.
It is fun when
What have you
don't
got
know
for us,
stuff.
Jack? What have you got for us?
I was at the Grove yesterday.
Wait, there's not anyone named after a city?
Austin Butler.
No, there's not a third?
No, I was trying
Dubai
to...
Jones.
Yeah,
Dubai Jones, yeah.
Dubai Jones.
I'm just wondering, is there any other city?
Yeah, but I had to do... I know there's other people with cities.
Who? I can't think of
Paris Hilton?
Brooklyn Beckham. Paris Hilton.
There you go.
Sydney Portier.
Sydney.
Duncan, Idaho.
All right. What's going on over
I was
here?
at the Grove yesterday.
Madison.
Yeah.
Cleveland, like
Wisconsin.
from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Even from the Family Guy. That's a good point.
There's other Clevelands. There was a football player named Cleveland Gary. I remember. Yeah.
I was at the Grove yesterday, and they were handing out.
Anyways, yeah.
London Keys, the porn star.
I was
I
at
don't know
home.
that one.
So I was at the Grove yesterday.
Wait, you want to go home? Why?
I was at the goddamn Grove yesterday, and they're handing out free Cokes that were League of Legends
Oh, wait.
themed.
This segment's later. Can you put these?
These didn't go in the freezer. These just went in the fridge, didn't they, Jack?
But I didn't want them to freeze over for an hour.
It wouldn't have. It would have been right to the temperature it needs. This is fucking. This is not cold enough.
You didn't pay attention to you didn't follow instructions.
You,
I ignored
you know, Jack. You know how much I like things to be really cold.
I didn't want this shit to explode. This is
An
limited
hour in the
edition.
freezer?
The cans.
It doesn't happen in an hour.
Yeah, it doesn't happen in an hour.
I don't know.
How many times?
Not even an hour.
Total misstep on your
it's
part.
about 45 minutes.
45
Look,
minutes.
anyway, the League of
It
Legends
would have been perfect.
And if you wrapped them in
Let me
cold
see how
paper
cold
towel,
this
they
is.
would have been
Yeah.
even better.
Yes.
Oh, it's
terrible.
It's disappointing to the touch.
97
care.
degrees.
Yeah, this is like 65
If this was
degrees.
chocolate coated, it'd be melting.
This
Right
is
now.
Sorry.
like where I like the air conditioner.
This is just normal Coke Zero.
No,
This
it's League of Legends themed. So
what's
it has
what's the League of Legends?
It's a video game, and it has plus XP flavor. So it's
So
like one of
ze-
those funky Coke flavors,
Zero
like the Coke
sugar.
creations that we
Plus
tried
Yeah,
earlier.
try it, yeah. Just anytime you see Coca-Cola, you gravitate towards it, huh?
They were giving it out for free.
That's disgusting.
I don't like that.
It's not
at
good.
all.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
That's a
Why'd you
bad-
give this to
That's
us?
a
I
bad.
thought you'd like it.
Well, you just said it's
that's a-
bad.
Yeah,
that's
it's
a-
not.
I'm trying to
bad-
like pinpoint what the extra
So
flavor is.
Jack was walking along the other day wearing his Coca-Cola hat, telling the story. Jack. You hear this?
Tell him the story, Jack.
I was wearing my Coca-Cola hat.
Oh, from the
walking
other
down-
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a Coca-Cola hat.
So I was wearing my Coca-Cola hat walking down the street, and then a big Coca-Cola Big Rig's driving by, and I salute the driver, and he salutes me back.
Yeah.
And so originally when he told this story, he told it to Forrest, and Forrest said, don't ever tell that story again. And when
Jack's-
Jim got here, I said, Jack, tell Jim the Coke story. And Jim thought it was lovely.
I thought it was
Yeah.
a delight.
Yeah.
I think it's lovely. He saluted, and the guy was like, "Look at that simple-minded
That's-
fool."
Yeah. Like,
He's like that.
He's
and
special.
he's like, "All right, big guy. All right,
Gentle
big,
Jack.
All right, big buddy."
He looks like he's 25, but he's acting like he's 8.
Yeah, he told the story later. I saw a special needs kid on the side of the road. He saluted me, and so I had to salute him back. 'Cause,
Seemed like the right thing to do. He was all alone. He must be looking for his parents.
He was carrying these crappy Cokes. Ultimate, legal, gross, disgusting.
Yeah, I hope no one paid to transport these. This is an
terrible.
environmental.
Plus the
I'm having
XP flavor.
You guys are both gonna chug it.
No,
Just to see if it's still bad.
there's a flavor that I can't put my
It's
finger
like
on.
a really artificially
Yeah.
cherry-ish or like
Oh, it's terrible.
it's
Yeah.
it's
Maybe if it
very
had,
artificially
maybe if it
sweet.
had sugar in it, it would be all right.
Maybe if it was colder.
Because if it
Yeah,
was colder,
if it was
it would
from the
take on a life
freezer.
of its own.
Be really good.
But at this warm, no sugar temperature,
Honestly, Jack, I mean, I know
like this
they
is
were
like
kidding.
this is
It's
like a
not cold.
hot chick that's fucking just smeared in shit. Like it looks good, it tastes even better.
The worst part about it is that he wasn't ever planning on refrigerating it either.
Yeah.
We were gonna drink it
Yeah, you were gonna drink it how I had it
straight
last
out of
night.
his pockets.
Oh, no, they were in the car for a while. They were a little warm.
On the side of the can it says "recycle me." I can't even finish it.
Jim, you got some shows coming
I
up.
didn't deserve a drum thing. I do.
You want me to tell you what they
Yeah,
are?
I don't know.
Yeah. June 23rd, you're in Reno, Nevada. At the
Reno, baby.
Silver Legacy Resort Casino. Don't they print matchbooks for you there?
Oh, they used to back in the day. They're very nice to me at the Legacy, and the people at Reno are very nice.
Yeah, that place is fun.
They've always shown up. The staff there's great. Well, I put on a good show for you.
Still have Auntie Jim Jefferies there?
Yeah, they used to have a day.
That's great.
They have a whole day dedicated to
That's
me.
correct. In Reno, that's
In
right.
Reno, they have
the
a-
mayor of Reno. I don't know if she's still the mayor, but at the time they
Nothing wrong with the mayor, by the way. Nothing wrong with the mayor.
Is she still the mayor?
She's the sexiest mayor of any city in America.
Well, Jack's looking it up. If she's
I'm
still the
telling
mayor.
you, the mayor of Reno.
But it was a proclamation of it was anti Jim Jefferies.
She's so good looking, she could be the mayor of Vegas. That good.
Maybe she's gonna.
September 9th is Auntie Jim Jefferies Day.
September
Oh
9th.
yeah, you gotta remember. What is she?
Never
still,
forget.
I don't remember if she's still the mayor.
Let me find her name.
9-9. Never forget.
All right, so you'll be in Reno June 23rd. June 24th, you'll be.
I would have liked June 9th.
Yeah.
That would have been
Yeah,
a good
that would have been
day.
a good one.
So June 24th, you'll be.
Because it's summer.
You'll be in Groton Resort and Casino in Rohnert Park, California. It's near Santa Rosa, just north of San Francisco, up there, about an hour.
All right, I'll
Yeah,
see you.
she's still the mayor.
What's her name?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Hillary Sheev.
Hillary Sheev, that's her name all day. Hillary's a nice person.
You should invite her.
I have
invite her to the
nothing.
show.
I have
Yeah,
nothing.
I'll email the. I'll email her.
I have nothing but nice words to say about Hillary. She's all right, Hillary.
Yeah.
She's a nice person.
I don't know if people
This is
know
gonna
the
get clipped
reason
for
it's
Hillary
anti-Jim
Clinton's
Jefferies.
Don't
campaign.
tell him.
You don't want people to know on the podcast?
No.
Okay.
If you,
I mean, it was
I
on the show.
told a joke about Reno.
Yeah.
And then the people of Reno freaked out. Like that. And then
I mean, it aired on television.
Yeah,
It was on your
television.
TV
Yeah,
show.
it was on Comedy Central.
there was
so.
a few people got upset because I gave the coordinates of Reno and told
To Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, to Kim Jong-un, and I told him that was New York or something.
Yeah, this is where you bomb. This is where you send the nuke.
This is where you send the nuke, right? And I gave the coordinates, and people wrote to me like this: "Oh, thanks. Now I have to watch out for my family. It's not enough that I have to work at Walmart all day. Now I got to panic about a nuclear bomb being dropped. Thanks a million." Like that.
The imagination's remarkable.
and
These
then
people
this is
thinking
the
he's
thing
watching
is-
the
Yeah,
show.
We didn't even give the real coordinates.
Got it. The lawyers.
Yeah.
The lawyers. In the end, we gave coordinates that were out in the desert or some shit. It was like it's where you want a nuclear bomb to drop. Like
Right, yeah.
like you know. It
But it
was
is funny that the lawyers said
I think we
that.
gave San Diego or something. Anyway.
But it is funny that the lawyers came back and were like, you can't give the exact coordinates, just put it out somewhere in the desert where probably still someone lives.
Oh, yeah.
There's someone in a trailer out there or something. Just
Yeah, so we put it out in the desert, and then the people got very angry at me, and then they did a news story
Yep.
on the news about what a piece of shit I am, and then the lady was like, the mayor was like this: "We don't need this type of talk here in Reno."
Yeah.
And she got the mayor. What's her name again?
Hillary Sheev.
Hillary gets out there and she tells us off, and then so we contact Hillary, and then Hillary comes and presents to me. I have a certificate.
Yeah,
in,
it was framed.
in like a folder, like a stern folder,
Oh.
and from the city of Reno, and there is an anti-Jim Jefferies Day in Reno. I don't know how people celebrate it.
Yeah, it's confusing how they feel about it. Do they hate you or do they love you? Are they in on the joke?
Like, does anyone? Is it a religious holiday for some? Do they get their time off work?
So June 23rd, Reno. June 24th, Roanoke Park, California. August 25th, we'll be in Hartford, Connecticut at the Bushnell. August 26th, Providence, Rhode Island at Veterans Memorial Auditorium. And then from September 7th on, you're in Canada and a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of dates if you go to jimjefferies.com and check that out. And
I'm all over America. I'm all over it.
Go see me too. ForrestShaw.net. All my dates are on there, but specifically in Montreal, July 6th through the 8th, and then Philadelphia Punchline, July 9th. Go to those shows, please, if you're in those areas.
A little shout out to the folks in Australia who are listening. If you're a big fan of the 1% Club, which incidentally is doing really well on TV. If you like the 1% Club and you're enjoying the show and you live in the Sydney area, we've now moved filming to Sydney. We're going to be there in August. Why don't you go on to the Channel 7 webpage and see if you want to become a contestant and give yourself a rally on the drums.
Yeah, maybe win 100,000.
My dad got into me for saying, give him a rally on the drums. I've been saying that on all the episodes.
Why?
Bloody, you sound stupid. The young people don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, I got this term off you, Dad. You say it once or twice, it's a bit of fun, but you bloody overdo it.
Please welcome our guest, Anna Wolf.
Anna Wolf. Now it's time to play. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Judging a book by its cover. Anna Wolf, that's a great name, Anna Wolf. I'd like to have an animal as my second name.
Yeah.
If only I could name myself anything I wanted, I would take that opportunity. Okay, Anna is standing in front of a plain, so I would say a cream eggshell wall. It's got one hole in there from a thumbtack or maybe a hook that maybe it had art previously on it. I'm not learning anything. Is your accent Southern? Did I hear a Southern twang in there?
It is Southern. You're good. Yes.
Yeah, we had a Southern twang, so you're from the South. So are we going to talk about the Confederate flag?
We are not.
Oh, thank God. That's a difficult one to make jokes about, so I appreciate you not bringing that up.
It's much more lighthearted.
Absolutely.
Much more light. Okay, so it's not the other thing that happened in the South. All right, I won't bring that up. Okay.
Do you want to hint?
Is it grits?
No.
That is
I love grits.
Yeah.
It's one of the American things I've taken on board with me.
You think we can take a whole episode on
that
grits?
down?
How many grits are there? There's so many.
Cheese
Even
grits.
in one plate.
Jeez.
No, just all the grits. It's just there's thousands of them on a plate.
Oh, you mean okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We're not talking about food at all.
If you named them all.
We're not talking about food.
Is it about the human body?
It's about an animal.
Ooh, is it about wolves?
That would be two on the nose.
No.
Two on the nose.
Try again.
Okay, so okay, you're from the South. What type of animal?
Ones that have been used in wars.
Yeah.
Horses.
Yeah,
That's,
Yeah, that's.
It
he
is.
said he went Confederate flag, all that
That's,
stuff. I was,
that's the only animal that gets used. You can use dogs and pigeons.
yeah,
Dolphins.
yeah. We are talking about horses. Anna Wolf's passion for horses led her to study under the progressive hoof. Okay, let me do that again. Yeah. Sneeze in the middle.
I think there's another one coming, but give it a go.
Anna Wolf's passion for horses led her to study under the progressive hoof care practitioner curriculum and mentor with local farriers, you might want to remember that word, to become one herself. She has been professionally trimming as a farrier for 2 years, including numerous successful hoof rehabilitations and corrections. I'm having problems. You can find her on Instagram at Kiss the Ponies. And also on Facebook, you can visit Three Stacks Farms, where she works. And thanks for being here, Anna. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about how you got into being in horses and a farrier.
So horses have been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. I mean, I was a 5-year-old planning to get my first horse, and as an adult I seized that opportunity and did get horses. And so my farrier, she kind of pulled me into the farrier world. She said, hey, I see you have an interest in this. You obviously have a talented eye for this. And there is a need in our industry, in our area, for really good, talented, quality farriers. Don't tell Jim this was divine intervention, how I got here, absolute blessings. And I am a hoof nerd at my core.
You're
I
a hoof
love
nerd.
what I do. I love helping the horses and keeping essentially the most important part of the horse healthy and correct and balanced, because without a hoof you have no horse because of how much they weigh, their composition. I mean, So you're going to say this, but if you don't have a hoof, just go dig the hole in the back pasture. You know, that's the reality.
I
of
feel
business.
the
So I
same way
play a
about
very important
amputees.
role.
What?
Well, if they don't have feet, just bury them.
My God.
Like there's
It's true.
no quality of
you're gonna
life.
Buy a
Stop.
prosthetic leg for the horse? No, it costs too much. So
You can't
that's
give
the
them like
reality.
Oscar Pistorius flippers. At the back, it would be like a springy horse that could race in the
we'll tell
Special
that to
Olympics.
The Kentucky Derby ones weren't so lucky, so we'll see.
Yeah, that would be cool. A horse with 4 Oscar Pistorius flippers.
Yeah, that thing would fraying along.
Bouncing all over the place.
Someone who does science fiction, make that happen. I want to see that.
Sorry, I was cutting you off there,
I'll tell you a little thing about horses. My father claims that this is his own words, the sexiest I look is on the back of a horse.
Yeah.
That's what he reckons.
I agree with.
That's what he
I
tells
agree
people.
with him.
Yeah, he reckons when he's riding up on the back of a horse, he bloody. There was a chance I was going to get an acting job where I was about to go do some horse training, but I didn't get the job. But I was asked to do the job, and then somebody said no. You know, one of those type of things. But it was like they were going. It was a westerny type thing, and my character and I got such bad posture. I didn't want to ride on the horse like this. I wanted to get up, right? I was meant to be like, it's drama. I was meant to be like a cowboy, and I was going to go for horse training, and that was the thing that was most exciting. The acting scared the shit out of me, but the horse training, I was well up for horse training. I thought that'd be a bit of fun. Anyway, it's all me horse news.
Okay. Well, Anna, I'm going to ask Jim a series of questions about horses, and when he's done answering them, you're going to grade him.
The equine.
Good.
Yeah.
When he's done answering him, you're going to grade him on his accuracy, 0 through 10. 10's the best. Kelly's going to grade him on confidence, and I'm going to grade him on et cetera. We'll add all those scores together. Jim, if you get 21 through 30.
That's 3 points, man.
Yeah. 11 through 20.
I wasn't expecting.
0 through 10, nay.
No, all right.
Nay,
I
like
really
nay.
enjoyed that. Might be
My
favorite
father
one.
used to go when we were in small towns. You go, this is a unique town. Uni meaning one, equi meaning horse.
No.
That was his big gag.
First question. What is the scientific name for the domestic horse?
The equine.
These are 2 words. But there's a genus species.
The equinox.
The equine equinox?
No, it's
Good car by Chevrolet.
It's just an expensive gym.
it's expensive gym, yeah.
Yeah.
The equine.
You're close, but what is the average gestation period for a horse?
4 months.
4 months. What is the common term for a female horse?
A filly.
Oops, sorry. Really bad form there. What is the term for a castrated male horse?
A husband.
Hello.
Ew. You like that one, Anna? I've got lots of jokes like that. You're gonna be enjoying the whole show.
How many
That is
bones?
good.
Hang on, I haven't finished my. That was my joke answer. You know that wasn't a serious answer.
Okay.
For a castrated horse. Oh, funny. I would say the castrated horse. That would be steer's the cow. A stud's the one that gives him the sperm. Mm-hmm. He's the one working for sperm. I will call him a jack.
What the?
How many bones are there in a horse's skeleton?
Oh, only one if I see him. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
sorry, I don't know what that meant. That was a bit lewd.
You got to be on a list.
Seen the
somewhere.
A
videos.
bit lewd. Oh, no, don't say anything. 286.
How does one tell the age of a horse without their breeding records?
You talk to Mr. Ed.
Yeah, you just ask him.
That's the whole song. Talk to Mr. A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a talking horse, so forth and so on. No, you would check the rings around the arsehole, similar to that of a tree.
What? I'm going to skip this one right for now. What is the term for the act of giving birth in horses?
Oh, I didn't know we could fit in.
Yeah. We're never going to get through these.
I think Brett Trippy just arrived.
That was our mountain biking guy.
Shout out to Brett.
So what happened?
What's the term for the act of giving birth in horses?
Horse husbandry.
Can horses sleep standing up? If so, how?
I don't believe that horses do sleep standing up. I believe that's a cow thing. But why would you ask the question I ask? Oh, it's ever so devilish. Because the answer wouldn't be no. Because then you would ask that question of every animal. And you've never asked it before. So the answer has to be yes, they can sleep. And if so, how?
Yeah.
Leaning up against other horses.
How soon after birth can a foal walk or run?
They right away.
Okay.
They fall out. They sort of, I'll say 10 seconds, 15 seconds.
How does a horse breathe?
They get called a fall because it's a long drop from the
Yeah, that's a good one.
from the
I like
vagina.
I like these answers.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're right, but how does a horse breathe?
Through its mouth, man, and its nose.
Mouth and nose?
Mouth and nose, because you go
Yeah.
like that, and it has lungs similar to that of a human,
Whoa.
and it's that's a breathy tube. Yeah.
What is the name of the process where horses regurgitate food from their stomach to chew it again? This is a trick question.
Oh, I've done this myself.
Yeah. I'm telling you it's a trick question.
Seconds.
Yeah. Regurgitation,
Okay.
annihilation.
Let me skip around here. We'll get to all these, but I'll
These
skip
are all
ar-
good. You don't have to skip around on my behalf.
What is a farrier?
Ooh, wouldn't you like to know?
Anna's one.
Oh, a farrier would be someone who takes care of horses and the stables and stuff like that, and then trains the horses for the equestrian events.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I missed this one. What is the name of the largest part of a horse's body located between the withers and the tail?
Oh, the penis.
I don't even know what the withers are.
The largest part would be the torso.
Yeah, it's got a specific name in horses.
Oh, it's core.
Core. Yeah, good. I forgot this one too. What is the term for
A
a
lot of
horse?
exercises like this.
What is the term for a horse that is not yet 1 year old? There's one for males and one for females.
Oh, a gelding. And a gilding.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that I am right on that before I was going to say I'm wrong.
That is an answer.
It's an answer, but not that question. How often should a horse's hooves be trimmed by a farrier?
Oh, you're a manicurist for horses. I've changed my answer.
How
You get pushed out by Korean women because they do it so well.
I'm sorry. Was that?
Because they're always doing oh, God, that joke doesn't more. I'm complimenting them. I'm not being racist. I'm saying they're good at a job.
Okay, we're almost done. How often should a horse's hooves be trimmed by a farrier? How often?
Every 3 months.
3 months, okay. And what material makes up a horse's hoof?
Cartilage, fingernails.
Fingernails.
And
And
a big fingernail, isn't it?
what type of diet should a horse be eating to maintain hoof health? Is your last question.
You just one propecia a day.
For the hooves?
That's for their hair.
Yeah.
Good point for us. Lots of spinach.
Spinach, okay. Anna, how did Jim do on his knowledge of horses?
Iron.
0 through 10, 10's the best.
Oh, Jim, I'm sorry. You're nay-naying right now.
All right, I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
So,
Okay.
like, what,
I never
like 1 or
proclaimed-
2, or?
I believe you got 2 or 3 correct. So we can start going over them whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the score first. So let's say you got a 2 on that there, and then how do you do in confidence?
I'm
Kelly?
giving him a 10. I really liked a lot.
10,
of his
12.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
confident.
That was.
And giving you a 0 on et cetera, but you still have 12. So
Yeah, man. I'm all right with this.
what is the scientific name for the domestic horse? Is it the equine, Anna?
It is not. It's the Equus cabilis. And the earliest known domestic horses were in the 1400s when the Spaniards brought them back over to North America.
Oh, the Spaniards.
Yeah.
They bloody get away with murder, the Spaniards.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, they took over the world and
Oh yeah. You mean like no one? It's always the English.
Yeah.
What
they
is
bloody giving horses to people. The horses were running free before the Spaniards came along.
They were.
what is the average gestation period for a horse? Jim says 4 months. Is that correct?
It is not. The average gestation is between 330 and 360 days.
Ah,
So
a year.
that's a long time.
it's terrible.
When you
Yeah.
they can't race in that time.
I think
They cannot-
when they wouldn't be able to do much. They got a giant little horse on their stomach. Yeah,
Not
my stomach.
And are you a fan of horse racing, or do you not like the horse racing?
I watch it. There are things that I disagree with, but the show will go on.
But
So
is there pros and like don't horses enjoy running? Don't they race in the wild? Don't they get a better life than most horses? Because I always feel like everyone just goes that they lose a race, they break a leg, they get shot. That's the narrative. Now I live with a vegan woman who, if I watch horse racing, she'll tell my wife, who's also vegan, and and so
I mean, well, you're not wrong. So this past year in the Kentucky Derby, there was a broken leg and the horse was put down, not shot. But you're not wrong there.
Just clubbed to death with a bat.
To rehabilitate that is extremely expensive, and they just don't do it.
Can't they just give the horse to somebody and go, this one races in the Kentucky Derby, and there'll be like some lady who's like a cat lady who's already got 47 horses in her backyard, but she's like, fuck it, I'll do it. I love horses. Like that.
I mean, sure, there is that. But again, there's the monetary aspect. And then because of their conformation and the just sheer body mass, to have that task of rehabilitating the horse, you have to ask the question, is the horse going to have a good quality of life while you're doing this? And the answer is usually no.
Right.
So they just choose to do the main thing, put the horse down.
Right. And
that's the important reality.
But if they don't get put down, their lives are pretty schmick, right? Like people are taking real good care of them, or are they whipped all the time to make them go fast?
No, they're not whipped all the time. Now, from what I know about the horse anatomy and their growth pattern and such, a 3-year-old put under that amount of stress, that's really not good for their body. A horse does not finish maturing, and their ligaments and tendons and their bone structure does not finish growing until the age of 7.
Right.
So for a 2- and 3-year-old to be racing in that magnitude and that amount of stress on their bodies, it really it's not a good thing.
And do they race them at that age?
I didn't know that. That's the age they race them at?
They do. The Kentucky Derby are 3-year-olds.
Oh.
Yes, they are.
Oh, boo! I was all for it. I was living in a world where they were happy living and racing in the woods, and we were just making their life better and taking knots out of their hair.
Their children.
And now I hear that we're slave labouring, child labour horses running down. Those children horses should be off building iPads like real child labour. They shouldn't be made to race for our entertainment.
Yeah.
Make me a shoe horse. You know what I wish? I wish I could have all the boring stuff I have to do on a daily basis just completely automated.
Yeah.
Like me grocery shopping, cleaning, the other stuff I get up to. Luckily for an e-commerce business owner, shipping is no longer a manual task thanks to ShipStation. Ooh. Save time automating your shipping returns with ShipStation dashboard whilst keeping costs down with the industry-leading discounts. Now, I use ShipStation to move all my records and stuff like that when I sell merch, right? If you want to you want to buy some Jim Jefferies hats?
Yeah.
Or a T-shirt? Don't have the T-shirts anymore. You want to know how I stopped the T-shirts?
You ran out.
Too many sizes. When they do ship out, though, what do we use?
ShipStation.
ShipStation. If you're worried about not knowing where to start or have been on the fence, ShipStation's setup is incredibly easy, and best of all, you get a free trial. That's how easy it is. Free trialing. And then, right, if your business requires shipping at all, you'd be doing yourself a huge... How do you roll up a page, Jack? Fuck me.
I know you were like, and then...
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to roll the page up. ShipStation makes it easy to automate shipping tasks for orders from every marketplace on one dashboard. Effortlessly integrate everywhere you sell online, including Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, and more. Manage every order from one simple dashboard. Print shipping labels. Easily compare rates and delivery times to optimize every shipment. And automate delivery notifications.
Ooh.
With enterprise solutions that make warehouse optimization easy, ShipStation scales when you do. With industry-leading discounts, you'll never worry about overpaying for shipping. Get up to 84% off UPS
And
or
USPS.
USPS. I did both.
Okay.
Yeah. And if that's not enough, use my promo code and try ShipStation free for 2 months. Over 130,000 companies have grown their e-commerce business with ShipStation, and 98% of the companies that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life. Spend more time growing your business when you automate shipping tasks with ShipStation. Go to shipstation.com and use the code JIM today and sign up for your free 60-day trial. That's shipstation.com, code JIM.
I don't like watching it. I love horse. I don't know much about horses. I've ridden some, but I love horses. But I don't like watching them race.
Me and my brothers, we used to go to this place where you ride horses. I think I've told you this before. We used to go ride horses, and we ride horses okay, right? You get.
I can't imagine you on a horse.
I can ride a horse.
Oh, okay.
So you get them for like a few hours, and you ride around. I mean, I'm country. You've got a bit of country in me, mate. So we ride them around. We ride around, and then. Anyway, so me and my brother, we go down to this place, and they normally give you a couple of slow horses. And the last few horses we've had weren't very good, right? And you have to sign a contract, and they go to you, how many times have you ridden a horse? And Scott, my brother, I would have been about 13, he would have been about 17.
Yeah.
Scott went like this. Oh yeah. So how long did we live on that property for? Oh yeah. And we rode every day there. That was fucking 10 years times by 10 years times by every day. It was every day times by 10 years. Like this, right?
17.
Yeah, 17. So like
3,000 times.
Yeah. So and then he does for his day off. He goes and rides horses at this place, right? He goes, yeah, but we moved here to Sydney, and now we haven't ridden for a while. I missed the horse, so. 10 years times by all the days of the year. How many days of the year? Like that, right?
And then he got on a horse. It was terrible.
Yeah, and so then they went, oh, you boys know how to ride. And they go, there's a couple of horses we want to break in. I remember one of them. I remember one of them was called Kangaroo. That's what I remember. So, and this thing was jumping and bucking around. All right, boys, and they sort of held it. We steadied on, and we got on the thing, and then these things just fucking shot over the hill. We had a hell of a time with these two horses.
Yeah. All right. What is the common term for a female horse? Did you say filly?
Filly.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I got one of my points.
You are correct. A young horse is a filly. A breeding age horse or an older female horse is a mare. And then those female horses who their only job is to have more babies, that's a brood mare. So
that's a mare, because my dad refers to girls as fillies. He goes, what were the fillies like at the party? Now that I know that they're underage, I'm going to start. I'm at the age now, I was like, going to the nightclub, it's packed with mares.
Yeah. Brood mares.
Yeah. Brood mares. They're just there for reproducing. Am I right, boys?
What is the term for a castrated male horse? Jim said jack.
A husband was my first answer, and we all laughed.
It is a gelding. You had it
gelding.
right further down. It is a gelding.
Yeah,
Gelding.
you said gelding later, and I was like, that's just in your brain as a horse. You almost
I know. I don't. Obviously, I know nothing about horses, but my dad knew a lot about. Do you know my grandfather? I didn't. He died when my dad was 14. But my grandfather, right, never owned a car. He never. That's how fucking.
Horse?
Yeah, just rode. He rode the family around on horseback and with a little cart behind him. And they went. And then Dad would go. We'd go into town on the horse, me and Dad, and I'd sit on the back of the horse with Dad, and we'd go see a movie. And then afterwards, he'd ask if I want candy, but I didn't like candy, so I got bologna, which in Australia is called Devon, but I changed it for the American audience. I'd get myself some Devon.
I love Gary so much.
Why would you castrate a male horse, though?
To keep him in line, Forrest. I've had a vasectomy. Am I a gelding?
You're not a gelding. You're not a horse. However,
I've also cut my testicles off.
Huh?
I've also cut my testicles off.
Don't worry about it, man.
You still have your testicles, I hope.
It's just a shaft now and a bit of a Ken doll bottom.
So why would you castrate a male horse?
You do that for reproductive control. So I have 3 geldings myself, and I have a mare in my pasture. I don't want her to be bred. So the reality is that it's easier just to castrate the males and leave the females alone.
Yeah, I think that's as in society. But does the male horse still try it on, or is his libido gone?
It depends on how early he was castrated. I do have one who still thinks that he can do it, and he can't. So we just kind of let him go. It is what it is.
How many bones are there in a horse's skeleton? Jim said 286.
286.
How'd he do?
205.
That's not bad. I got the right
and
100.
only 3 of which are in the hoof itself. So it's it's pretty fascinating when we get down to that structure itself.
I feel like they have a lot in the shoulder blade and neck.
Yes.
That's how
We
I
have
feel.
206, if I remember, 2 or something like that. I remember in our anatomy one, she said it's always the number kind of change, but same amount of bones, but their bones are bigger. Yeah. How do you tell the age of a horse without their breeding records?
What did I say first?
You
Say
said
that.
rings around the asshole similar to that of a tree. I don't think that was
Rings
right.
around the arsehole, similar to a tree.
I don't think that was right.
Let's see if I got a point.
No point there. Good job.
You don't know horses like I do then.
You actually tell the age of the horse by their teeth and by how their mouth and how the teeth are shaped at the time of viewing. So a foal's teeth are actually going to be very short, very minute placed. And as the horse gets older, the teeth get longer and the mouth actually becomes more extended. So
Long in the tooth.
you would age that.
Yeah.
Long in the tooth.
Yeah. I don't know. I think everyone could. I don't know.
A horse walks into a bar and the barman says, "Why the long face?" And he goes, "I just had me balls cut off, didn't I?"
I'm really loving what's happening with you today. I like it a lot.
I'm just going for it.
I didn't ask this question.
It's a new
We'll go
theme of the
back to that,
podcast. I'm trying, but not like I am, but I'm better.
You're doing good. What is the term for the act of giving birth in horses? Is it horse husbandry?
Horse husbandry.
Horse. No, it is called foaling. So that is exactly what it is. When the horse gives birth, they're in foal to foal. It's simplicity is.
Do they say anything husbandry? Because I know with sheep, it's sheep husbandry. Cattle, it's always husbandry. When you become an expert on something, is there horse husbandry?
In my realm, I have not heard of horse husbandry.
Okay, because so when you're in Australia, and if you got these kids who come to the city and they stay in the boarding school section of the school or whatever like that, and a lot of them are rich kids because they're from farms and there's no private schools, so they have to come into the city for school, right? And they always study as their university course because they're taking over the family farm, sheep husbandry, right? Because Australia's big on raising sheep, and that's what you have to, the degree you have to get to be a farmer with sheep. Well, it helps probably. And I make fun of those people whenever I hear that. As a teenager, when you find out a guy at your school is going to study sheep husbandry, that's a good day.
Can horses sleep standing up? I said, if so, how? Jim went on a long answer. No, it's calling me why would I ask the question he asked, and I just kind of went on from there.
I said yes, but they lean up against each other like two soldiers in Nam who are trying to stay awake.
So how do they sleep, horses?
So they can sleep standing up. It is a very light sleep. And Forrest, you and I discussed the standing apparatus, and they actually unlock their kneecap, and it's similar to a human, like dropping one hip when you're relaxed. And that's what they're talking about. And horses can actually do that at will. So they will unlock that kneecap and lower their hip, and they'll just be really relaxed, letting their head low, just kind of lightly catnap. So when they need to get some really good, deep, restful sleep, they will actually lay down. They'll take turns. So in the mornings, I'll see two of mine laying down, and 2 of them standing up, and they'll take turns getting that really good, probably 45 minutes to an hour of deep REM sleep. And, they are herd animals, so they do look out for each other for predators or danger or whatnot, so they take turns doing that. It's pretty cool.
I might get in trouble saying this, but I'm not quite sure why, and I've been thinking about it since you said it. Now I'm like, Japanese people can sleep standing up.
Yeah.
They can.
Why, you're just saying this because you've seen that?
I've seen it, and I didn't just see it once. I've seen it every time I go to Japan. On the train.
Well, I don't think it's Japanese people. I think it's a cultural thing, not a
I don't know how the fuck they do it. It's a skill that I wish I had. Yeah. But if they're hanging on to that pole on the train, they'll be sleeping and hanging on, and then wake up for their stop. It's remarkable.
I can't even sleep sitting up in a plane.
I don't know, but I've seen this in Japan on 2 separate occasions. I thought one time there was about 3 or 4 of them all sleeping standing up.
All right.
That's cool.
Join
Then
the
I went back.
conversation.
I don't know. Will I get in trouble for saying that?
I don't know. I got to go learn that skill.
I would like to be able to do it, but
I
I've
don't know,
seen it in
Jack.
Japan twice.
Jack is.
I didn't know about it. I'm going to have to go ask my family
Jack,
about that.
Google Japanese people sleeping standing up on trains.
Have you ever slept? Have you ever slept? Jack, you're half Japanese, so. Okay.
I think we've lost Anna here.
I had a question because the sleeping thing, and I just read this, but I don't know if it's true. It says that horses only. Jim's not even paying attention.
I am paying attention.
They only sleep
when I find something, I'll let you know.
Images.
Yeah. That horses only sleep like 2.5 hours a day. Is that true?
That's right about true. They are inherently lazy animals. They don't like to do very much. So that they don't use a lot of energy unless necessary. So that is an accurate statement.
Oh wow.
Horses in the wild, they will travel between like 15 and 20 miles a day, but it is a very slow, just meandering journey.
So 15 to 20 miles a day, that's just what a horse would just do dicking about, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's
so is it bad to keep them in any type of captivity then? Because we keep so many in captivity. Like, how much land should they really have so that they don't feel imprisoned?
Right. It's definitely not natural. I wouldn't say it's wrong. And
also, would you like to be transported in a carriage where your ass hangs out and you can't turn around?
Yeah, that sucks. So, in my line of work, we have essentially taken the horse out of its natural environment, and we're trying to recreate its natural environment in a domestic environment. It is the most fucked up thing I've ever seen in my life, but here we are. And in captivity, they will maybe get up to like 5 miles a day if they're lucky. Now, if they're on 40 acres, you have no issues. But a lot of the horses that I see in my area, that's not the case.
Right.
5 miles a day.
And then, so how soon after birth can a foal walk or run? Jim said 15 seconds.
Right away.
Yeah, they can get up as quick as they are able to. So usually within the first hour, we like to see the foals get up and move around and get their legs and what have you. Probably by the 24-hour mark, they'll start to understand, these babies can move, and they'll start to get up and try to run. Hour or so, they'll be able to walk poorly.
We suck. It takes us a year.
Humans are so dumb.
Right.
It takes us a year. These things are doing it in an hour running?
Yeah, 1 year you can work, yeah.
Yeah, we're terrible.
The human baby is the worst of all the...
Yeah.
It can't defend for itself. It's still, like, that's why it gets the extra time in the womb, the horse.
Yeah.
Like, the baby really needs a year in the womb and then should come out walking, but it doesn't get that.
I think the idea would be that horses, there's natural predators for animals. They need to be able to run or walk quicker, but there would be predators.
Natural predators for us.
Yeah. I don't know.
The tax man.
Okay.
I'm talking about lions.
All right. And how does a horse breathe? Jim says through their mouth and nose.
Mouthy hole.
They cannot breathe through their mouth, actually. They can only breathe through their nose.
What?
So, so when you see, when you're watching the derbies and such, and they'll have like a band around their mouth to keep their mouth closed, that's so that they just continuously suck air through their nose. And they won't have any breathing issues holding their mouth open.
Yeah, I constantly talk about this.
Horses are so good at sex.
I talk about this off stage and on stage, is that we're flawed in that way too. We shouldn't be breathing. You shouldn't be eating and breathing out of the same hole. That's what I say. And here's just another example of an animal.
And also cocaine, where does it go?
Yeah.
Does it? Because did I have that in my lungs? Just sort of gets stuck up your nose and clags up, doesn't it? Did I actually get it into my lungs?
Bloodstream.
Yeah, bloodstream.
It gets in the bloodstream, but I'm sniffing up. Does it ever get into my lungs?
It shouldn't. You would cough. You don't want stuff in your lungs that's not air. It's not going to be good. That's my whole point, is that we're breathing.
I don't do it anyway.
We're breathing and eating out of the same
I don't
hole.
even have nicotine in my system anymore.
I know.
I'm on fire. This is the healthiest I'll ever look.
But breathing.
You look great.
Thank you.
Wait, so is it?
Welcome.
So do horses not choke then?
They do. So they cannot regurgitate. The sphincter between their esophagus and their stomach closes very tightly, so food cannot come back up. And
What happens if
when
they
a
get drunk?
horse-
What happens if they get drunk?
I guess they're done for. I don't know.
Can a horse get drunk? Next question.
I don't know. Never tried.
I bet you could.
Probably, yeah.
Because I know
I
people,
can't
I know
imagine
dogs
it.
that have gotten drunk.
Yeah.
People have gotten dogs drunk, which I think is very cruel. But
Yeah.
But wait, they can't regurgitate, so then, yeah, it's dangerous.
yeah.
Yes.
If they take themselves to a hotel and have an overdose of pills, that's it for them. There's nothing they can
Damn.
do.
You're just
Tragic.
hanging out with bad horses.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fun and fun.
BoJack Horseman.
What is the term for a horse that is not yet 1 year old? Jim said a gelding and a gilding.
Gilding.
So that would be a foal. And for the males, it's a colt, and for the females, are fillies.
A colt.
Colt, yeah.
Cold.
It's an easy one. Could have gotten a point
I
there.
knew that one. The Colts.
You wouldn't have changed your score. Still,
So that's the football team. Is a 1-year-old horse.
the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd still run fast. Faster than human, probably.
Yeah, but still, it's a 1-year-old horse. It's
Hard to
not, it's not
tackle.
good for its body to be racing.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't be playing football. Yeah, it would
Shouldn't
be,
be playing
a lot of
football.
CTE.
Shouldn't be
Cincinnati toddlers.
putting a helmet on this animal and just clubbing it with a dolphin.
Yeah. Well, so they should be the Stallions,
Stallions, yeah.
Indianapolis
The
Stallions.
Italian stallions.
Well, it's Indianapolis. Yeah. What is the name of the largest part of the horse's
Where are horses indigenous to? What country do they come from?
That is, you go way back. So tens of millions of years ago, they were in North America. And when all of the separations of the continents happened, they ended up in Europe. So the Spaniards brought them over back to North America.
All right, so in North America, they're indigenous to here. And so,
Essentially.
so Australia obviously didn't have any 200 years ago. They would have been introduced then.
I don't know.
No, they didn't.
Oh, okay.
There's no special Australian horse
Yeah.
playing a didgeridoo.
Now, what is the name of the largest part of a horse's body located between the withers and the tail?
The core.
The
The
core.
core. For 200
Core.
points, the core.
We call it the barrel or the trunk. So the withers are essentially the tallest part of the shoulders. And then you have the backbone and the butt bone and such. So the middle part there is the barrel or the trunk.
Can you rank your favorite types of horses in looks? So you got like the white one that's covered in
Yeah,
specks,
I
a black
didn't-
and white
I didn't-
horse,
I didn't
or a
ask you that.
completely brown horse.
Yeah, I didn't ask you that question, Jim. It was what is the term for a horse that has one color except for white markings on the face and legs? And what is the term
the
for a
uni-
horse's coat
he's the-
color that consists of a mix of white and any other color?
He's a unity horse.
Unity horse.
Unity
Okay.
horse.
Yeah, so maybe you can answer Jim's question too on that. Like,
What's your favorite looking horse? What horse do you go, oh, that's a good looker, and what one do you think is repulsive and ugly to you?
Okay, so my ultimate dream horse is an American quarter horse, and I would like a blue roan, and they are a beautiful bluish gray color through and through. They are fantastic looking horses.
You can't
So
wear
to
that
answer-
dress on them, though. It would clash too much.
Huh?
You can't wear that outfit on top of the blue horse. It would clash too much. You got to do something that's complementary.
Understood. I'll pick a different outfit that looks way better, I promise.
yeah, it's a pretty horse, American.
Give me a look at it. Give me a look at it.
Ah, there you
It's
go.
a blue horse, is it?
I don't have the
This
blue
is
one there,
the
but that's
blue
American.
roan.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
that?
Look at that one. And what do you think of Clydesdales? They're idiots, aren't they?
I love Clydesdales. These are fantastic. I definitely would have a Clydesdale in my pasture just because I do love them and I love big horses. They are very useful and they are universal, to pulling carriages, or they are rideables. I've seen some do dressage and things like that.
Can they do jumping and stuff? Can they do the tricks?
I'm sure they could. They are very heavy, so I don't think they'd be very good at it, but they'd sure give it a try.
Horses are cool, man. I don't think they get enough credit. Like they.
What do you mean they don't get enough credit?
I don't know. Like
We
they
have movies about them.
No,
Warhorse.
I don't think they get enough.
Tell me a movie
I feel
that
like
you
they
saw
did
about
all, They
war
did all this
pigeon.
work, like in wars and traveling and
Yeah, they helped us build the country before cars.
dragging stuff
They
around.
drag stuff
Yeah.
around. We've done it on the back of the
They
horse.
get some credit, but I feel like they
we
should
got
get more
shit
credit.
done,
yeah.
man. We got shit done.
I'm just looking at pictures of them now. I'm like, they're cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Horse girl over here.
Yeah. What?
You.
Horse girl?
I thought you pointed at me.
Are you a horse girl?
What's horse girl?
He's a horse girl.
You're a horse girl.
A hearse girl?
Hearse girl.
Okay. I don't
I've
know.
dated a few horse girls in the day.
What is a horse girl?
Girls that
Horse
like
girls,
horses.
yeah.
Well, why isn't it just people that like?
Well, it's like there's a stereotype that the horse girl is like this girl who grew up in a rich family and is just like. It's also, some of them are kind of, or those that are horse girls that gallop on their own.
The two horse girls I know
legs.
grew up in a rich family.
Do you know this term, Anna? Horse girl?
Yeah, I was waiting for it. So a horse girl, you're correct. Now there, again, in my realm, there's two types of horse girls. There's
I like both of them.
You know, there's the ones who grew up in the rich families. They have the very expensive tack and saddles and things like that. Or contrary to my looks today, there's the ranchy and the called punchy horse girls. So we get down in the mud, we get down in the muck, we work, we take care of our shit. We don't have the $60,000 saddle. However, we can go and tend to what we need to tend to, and we're handy, and we just genuinely enjoy the lifestyle of what we do.
I think the second girl is a lot better because she. Cleans up things and stuff. No, it's like you know what I mean. She's not like privileged.
No.
She's not privileged. I mean, the privileged people
willing
are the
to get her
worst.
hands dirty.
But then if you marry them and their dad dies, you get no money. So that's a downer.
You gotta weigh the pros and cons.
Yeah, true.
But
Lots to consider.
I'm trying to think. Like Amos dated a real horse girl for a while. He dated like a girl who was like that was a whole thing.
The privileged one.
Yeah. And then my friend Lisa Vanderpump is definitely a horse girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa has 2 ponies in her backyard, right?
But she has them in the stables near where I used to live.
And then she has stables near your house.
My old house. Yeah.
And then she just goes and rides around the stables and then goes back to the ponies.
Are you familiar with Lisa Vanderpump, Anna?
I've heard of her name. I'm not familiar with her.
She's just one of the Real Housewives type of people.
Yeah,
I once saw Lisa Vanderpump talk to me, and she fed an apple to a pony over her shoulder, and she didn't break eye contact.
Okay.
And she kept talking like it was nothing, and the animal just wandered into her like she was Snow White. And then the animal just fucked off, and a swan walked by.
I mean, horses are like big dogs, essentially. If you have a really good-minded, well-trained horse, they are big dogs. I go often, and when mine's laying down, I just go crawl on top of them and chill out for like 5 minutes. That's my downtime, and it's.
What, you just lay like with your head on his belly, or you get right on top of him?
Like I'll put my head over, or I'll put his head over my shoulder, and I'll like snuggle up under him, and he'll just lay there like, "Hey, all right, it's our snuggle time. We're good."
Oh wow!
That's cool.
And do you read a book, or what do you do?
Nope. I sit there and I just
soak
that's
it in.
that's my time out.
Yeah, bullshit. You look at your phone a bit, don't you? you go through. You
caught me. You
go through the gram. Don't act like I just take it in. Me and the horse and the hay, and then you're like, why has Jenny been on holiday? Fuck her.
And did you mention before a $60,000 saddle? Is that what I heard? 60,000.
Some of it I threw out a number out there.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're there.
I don't know anything about horses.
I don't do English, so I have no clue.
You don't do English? You're doing great.
I ride Western.
Yeah. All right. Okay. What is a farrier? Tell us what a farrier is, Anna.
So a farrier, moi. We are a specialized profession in the horse care world, and we make sure that the hooves are healthy, balanced, and that it serves the horse to the best of its abilities. We make sure that it's protected if needed, and we treat for any injuries or any infections that may occur. So one of my favorite things to do as a farrier are the rehabilitations and the corrections. You might have heard the term a foundered horse, which is when essentially the soft tissues inside of the foot are compromised, and they basically let go of what's called the coffin bone. And the coffin bone will literally like sink into the ground, and you can have the bone come through the sole of the foot. That is a sinker founder horse.
And do the shoes actually do anything? Are they good, or they found out that's because I can't imagine putting nails into the feet of an animal. Like it must help them. I don't know.
I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah.
I actually do not. I do not believe in, nor do I provide aluminum or steel shoes. I think that they compromise the foot more than they actually help, because the nail holes will make room for infection and bacteria to grow and fester where it shouldn't. So my overall goal and objective is to keep the hoof as natural as possible, and I provide other forms of protection such as composite shoes, I provide boots, I provide epoxy covers, and yeah, we can get on this topic for eons.
You ever dipped in wax?
That is coming, actually. It's called Forma Hoof, and that is one of my newest endeavors. Haven't gotten there yet.
You get the patent on it quick, 'cause I feel like I was pulling at straws there. And
I thought you were just making something up.
No, but I thought that would
no,
like a
it's good.
coating or something. If you're going to dip them in something.
Yeah, you dip them in coat. Yeah, that'd be good.
I'm glad they're not doing the shoes. I always thought the shoes were stupid.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought that to just everyone.
And also now they can redesign the anvil. The anvil only had that bit at the end to wrap the shoes.
Yeah. What do you use for good luck though? You got to catch it.
I've never liked throwing the shoes around that stick. It's not fun.
Yeah.
I've never met anyone who enjoys it. And then also you have in your yard, you have a steel pole just sticking out.
Now you know what's funny? I've hurt myself on a horseshoe pole like when I was a kid. I just ran into it.
Oh,
It's like
you
a
trip
rebar
over, you'll
sticking
bloody
out.
die like a rebar sticking out of the ground.
Yeah. Terrible.
Straight through the neck.
Cornhole's way better. Yeah, just do cornhole. How often should a horse's hooves be trimmed by a farrier? Jim says every 3 months.
3 months.
The industry standard, the accepted time frame is about 6 weeks. And I also disagree with that because
I've let my
I
nails
have
go.
found that my own systems, methods, and programs, they do better on a 4-week schedule. And that's because I can keep the foot in line with how I need it to grow better instead of just excess wall growing out and messing up my whole vision.
You're not like a mechanic who says I need to get my car serviced every 500 miles though, are you?
I mean, sure, that could come off that way. However, in the thick of it, when you're looking at it, the shorter cycles really do help, especially in the spring and the summer when the growth patterns are accelerated because the grasses are coming into a change and they're more potent with nutrition. So it could throw everything off. Just a week can throw everything off from what I've experienced.
And what material makes up a horse's hoof? Is it cartilage and fingernails? Jim, get that right? Or not another? I don't think so.
Sort of. So it's primarily keratin. The majority of a hoof is keratin. So there are some other components in there that are equivalent to our human cuticles. But just for public's sake, we're going to say keratin.
Okay.
Do you ever gussy up one of the hoofs by painting different things on it and putting like a little diamante thing on it like women do?
No. I don't have time for that. No.
Well, I'm just saying, if you want to expand this business, I'll take the name if you don't want it. Gussy up hoofs.
Yes.
And what type of diet should a horse be eating to maintain hoof health? Is it spinach?
Spinach.
It is not spinach, but good try. So horses, their bodies are designed to forage. In the wild, there's not somebody handing them a bucket of grain twice a day. They're picking on the grasses that suit them. They're picking on the weeds that suit them. So in captivity, I like to keep them on a forage-based diet. And what that looks like is low starch and low sugar, ideally. And that gets really hard in the spring and summer because when that growth pattern is happening, the sugars are going crazy. And, we call it laminitis season because it's rampant. And laminitis is when the interior of the hoof wall is compromised and you go into that founder. So, get me back on track because I'm about to go off on a tangent.
Okay.
We don't do that on this show. We try to keep everything focused.
Are you sure?
All right. So now is the time of our show we do.
Just before that, quickly, who do you reckon was the first bloke to just look at a horse and think, I'll get on that thing's back? Do you reckon that was pretty soon after seeing the first horse, or do you reckon that took thousands of years?
I think that none of them were
the
broken.
Spanish people would have already seen that. I assume the Native Americans were already riding on the back of horses by the time the Spanish got here. So I assume that it would have been a Native American. Right?
I don't know. Maybe Asia. Maybe the wasn't like Genghis Khan and all them riding.
Yeah, but he got the horses already from America.
I have
They
no
come
clue.
from North America. Genghis Khan didn't get the bloody first horses. What are you talking about?
I don't know anything. I don't know
You're
anything.
being ridiculous now.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
Yeah. I reckon it would have been few weeks.
After
Yeah,
seeing the horse.
I don't think it would.
Yeah, I don't want to have been the
that
first
long.
day. I reckon he would have been like this.
I'm gonna eat that.
There'd be like 10 of them, and this bloke would be like this. I can't ride that one. That one over
Yeah,
there.
there'd be one that
I
like
reckon-
trusted the humans and stuck around.
I reckon that one over there. I reckon I could ride him. I reckon that happened. What do you think, Forrest? Join the conversation.
I don't know. I don't think it happened. I think that maybe it happened right away, and then someone got on one and got bucked, and they were like, "Yeah, fuck that." Then years and years and years and years passed before someone tried it again. Yeah, because there was none domesticated. They were all like,
My dad can break horses in though, but he's doing it with a saddle, and he.
Yeah,
You need reins because the first bloke would have just been holding onto the neck hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been good. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
squeezing with your legs, trying to stay on.
Yeah,
You're not staying on.
Going bareback.
You're done.
Yeah.
This is part of our show called Dinner Party Facts. We ask our expert to give us one fact, something obscure, interesting that our audience can use to impress people about the subject. What do you have for us on horses, Anna?
So during the foaling process, there has to be natural protection for the mother. And what the hooves are called during the birthing process is called a foal slipper. And these foal slippers, they are extremely soft and they have little fingerling appendages that are underneath. So when they touch air for the first time, the tissue starts to convert into that hard keratin hoof that we see today. So yeah, it's pretty interesting to feel and touch a foal slipper. It's very cool.
Yeah, I never
nature
thought
is cool, yeah.
Because they couldn't be born with those hooves. That would be...
Painful.
Yeah, so that just hardens. It starts hardening as soon as it touches the air. Huh? That's pretty cool. Yeah.
It's all soft and malleable.
I want to touch one.
It's gross.
I thought it was be cool.
No, the thing's cool. You touching it's gross.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anna,
I want to touch one of the young horses.
I didn't say it like
I
that.
want
I
that
said, hey,
young-
that sounds cool.
I want that young
Anna
horse
said it's cool.
where it hasn't even touched the air yet.
All right, Anna Wolf, thank you for being here. You can
Touch
find
it.
No, I'm doing the outro.
You
Anna,
haven't even had the air.
you can find Anna Wolf on Instagram at Kiss the Ponies, and then also check out the Facebook page for Three Stacks Farms. And you can, I guess you can. That's where you work, right? You can bring the horses there, and
I own the Three Stacks Farms
You own it.
LLC. That's what I run my ferry business under. So,
and it's
great.
in Cheneyville, Louisiana. Correct? Am I saying that right?
yes.
So if you have a horse and you live near Cheneyville, Louisiana, go visit Anna Wolf. And
Or
even
if you're 5 miles away, ride your horse over there. The horse will appreciate
15
it.
miles away, yeah. Just
Yeah.
well, make sure the hooves are good. Or Anna will check
The
it
horse will appreciate it.
out.
This is one of those young ones with the soft, soft hoofs in the air.
All right, Anna, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Anna, you were a blast. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
I
You
enjoy
were too.
I
Thank y'all so
enjoy your
much.
energy. You're very fun. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you're ever at a party and someone comes up to you and goes, you know, a horse that gets its balls cut off is called a filly, go, oh, I don't know about that, and walk away.
Well, trot away.
Do the young hoofs.
All right.
Good night, Australia.